And one more for good measure, just to see if I would have survived if I had an extra life. So I'm not gonna go all out. This is gonna be more a soft run, but yeah, let's see if I would have survived one. Let's see, timeline B, and then you got that Knight Errant, and here we go. So I'll admit I made a lot of mistakes. But whether or not whether or not I still would have survived, I mean, you saw for yourself. You know what? Yeah, and I went Kyrie just to go kind of big RNG strat. That being, you can do things like that and not really care. But on a you got that Knight Errant run, it is a lot about the Doom. So I'm not worried about my stats. More about whether or not my Doom's going to increase based on the mysteries I get. Note that, again, I cannot look at the other 4 mysteries. I have to go left to right and just do it. That said, we are going to do a little bit of RNG strat. So learn about 3 spells. And, yep, it would have been nice if I got something good, but not really anything. We're just going to cast that again just because we can. And let's tree for a weapon. Otherwise, I'm not going to be doing too well against Akamanto. So Curse Sign's not going to be able to do much. I don't plan to cast any more spells. I will hold on to those spells for more emergency healing. However, can I visit? Let's do a cold chop. Let's do a different strat, is what I mean. Yeah, let's do this. This Curse Doll is pretty much going to be my weapon for the run. So, yeah, we're just going to head out now. So, you got that Knight Errant. I need to get ending A, which means I could try to kill this guy. I'll probably need to spend Doom resting, because... Oh, no, not the fire. This is Akamanto. What am I doing? That said, we do need to... Okay, well, I was willing to take that hit because I need to lower my Doom now, no matter what. We're also going to do this. I could get the mask, so maybe if I don't get the rumor quickly, then yeah, we're just going to... If I don't recruit anyone, then I'm just going to head out. I'm just going to take this 5 stamina and see if we even survive. Otherwise, well, this is an OVA for a reason, so if I die right away, it's nothing too bad. Also, I could have used Tree for spells instead, but I chose not to. I really don't want to smoke cigarettes with Akamanto as my first mystery. Otherwise, I have to keep smoking cigarettes, which I do not want to do. So, yeah, 23% Doom, and if the other mysteries I have are really, really bad, then yeah, that's nice. But yeah, let's see here. Yeah, definitely need to rest. The question is how much though. Because remember, I need to account for losing 5 stamina. So yeah, 34% Doom on my first mystery, but again, we're going all out here. And by that I mean, oh, my experience is so bad right now too. I basically need to do... Okay, we're just gonna continue with this run, but I'm going to try something. That said, yeah, like we saw here, we're gonna definitely do this, but we're going to be using a lot of our Cursed Doll right now. I should have used the Inspiring Novel, but actually, in hindsight, if I have another boss encounter, it won't matter. So we'll see how much damage we get. So we're gonna keep doing this until we're about 2 stamina, or that. Well, now we can't, but what we can do is this. 4 damage, 4 damage. Oh, I'm so close. Can I throw this? No, I can't. No, should have Inspiring Noveled. Actually, no, I survived this. The reason... do I? Let's see here. Let's gain 1... No. If only I could improvise. Do I have a way out? Oh yeah, I do have a way out. It's by doing this. So we're going to... Okay, so this is going to be really tricky here. Not that. This. And we're going to... Shoot. I really want... actually, how did I die again? Didn't I brace? Well, I'll figure it out. Out of pure curiosity, I'm going to do an endless run, and I'm going to show you basically what, well, my strat is, if I last recall. It's been a few months, but even just looking throughout what is in the community right now, and just based on my own theory crafting, we're gonna do this, and I'm also not gonna employ one of these strats that shouldn't be working when the game is actually finished. If you know what I'm talking about, then you know what I'm talking about. Otherwise, yeah, we're just gonna leave it at that. You normally do all perk cards unlocked because, well, you're on endless, and if your strat works out, it either works out or it doesn't, and when it works out, you want all perks. That way you can implement more strats during the run. Also, I think I personally like to choose Guizo. Some people like it though too. Others might choose Ath, but I think Ath locks you out of a lot of strats you can do. And I might make a endless video, sit down and review, but to tack on another recording I completely bumblefished on, then yeah, I'm just gonna do this. Funny thing is, I think... what was it? I think, no, I think it was a vending machine and dog shop. Or no, dog shop and a cult shop, because really, you don't really get anything off police station, depending on what your strat is. And then vending machine, I thought could be interesting, but I decided against it since one of the strats I think is going to be changed before the game is fully out, if endless mode stays the same, and then we take monument. I think hardware shop is better than illegal den on average, but illegal den has some interesting items as well, so I don't doubt. I just never theory crafted with the illegal den, considering what items are in there. Most of them recovery-based strats that I can think of, but... Also, we don't need to be Mimi here. I forgot. I don't know why I chose Mimi. I should have chose Kyrie, but I thought I was going to go character-specific. That way I can get to a... to one strat quicker. But we'll see, because... I'm just going to be doing this for a whole bunch of time. So I wanted to be Kyrie just to get the first spell, but... if nothing else, I'm just going to be in here for a long time. So pretty much you're just in here casting spells and whatnot, for at least for the 20, whatever Doom percent you're comfortable with. Since I don't, unless I'm doing a challenge endless run, I don't really, I just go up to like 20-40%. Others might go more or less depending on how comfortable you are and what kind of runs you're doing. Yeah, we could optimize off one of these spells, but I'm just gonna choose not to for the sake of trying to do a legit one. Actually, I should have casted this first. I don't know why I did that, but yeah, we're just gonna keep moving. We're gonna learn a couple more spells before we start heading out. We want to learn. Okay, so we didn't really learn anything, but it doesn't really matter because once you have a strat flowing, then you don't need to worry about your Doom. Doom is Endless's main question is what to do with Doom, or how to, if you can find a way to decrease your Doom, and basically to just stave off on that, because Doom is going to be the killer on your Endless run. You can get into a build that easily makes you survive based on your stamina and reason recovery, but since there are only a handful of ways to recover Doom, then that's what you're really planning for. I should be popping this. Also, yeah, so this, also getting curses. Curses normally, I thought about it. Events that give you curses, if you have a certain strat set up, you won't be getting any curses, so that's that. Yeah, I could be benefiting off these events, but I'm kind of doing a soft endless run to kind of tack on to this video's time. That way you're not just stuck with a few minutes of video. Although that could be interesting in itself, and if that's the case, you won't be seeing this. But also, I completely forgot to equip my scalpel, but that's fine. I'm Mimi, so my sever damage isn't bad either. The question is if I want to do that. So, yeah, I shouldn't have. I should have equipped the scalpel. That was my fault. We are invisible, though, so we can just choose to run for no Doom penalty. And again, for those who are new or not as experienced with Endless, you don't have to worry about end of mystery effects because, well, there is no end, quote-unquote, to the mystery, so you don't have to worry. So things that rely on end of mystery, that's why you take, if you're doing a custom Endless run, you're you're usually taking Knight Errant because you're not going to suffer from the penalty, and you get the Inspiring Novel for damage increase if you're in the setup phase of your Endless run. Again, I'll probably talk about this in an actual Endless video talking about Endless mode and strats for it, but essentially you're... Let's go for it. That's not great. Essentially, you're looking for... you're in phases of Endless mode until you can get to a point where you've either at a loop, if there is a loop, when you have a loop, basically is what I'm saying, or you're at a point where you're basically speeding through on a slow Doom counter, more than... Essentially, you're trying to make it so every turn your Doom only increases by 0.05%, if... and that makes sense to the people who understand what I'm talking about, but... Yeah, that's what you're doing. We'll do this and just take the 2 all damage. We can't... actually, we can run from this one, can't we? Yeah, we can, but I'm just going to take the experience at least. I could also listen to Ramblings, but again, that's going to be patched out, so... I'm basically trying to do a future, the next updates version of strats that I may or may not run to. It depends on what I run to. So here again, this is basically one of the big, at least I think one of the main strat pieces is the Dusty Grimoire, because it's one of the only sources of Doom loss. Of course, you need to find a reason sync, but... Again, that really depends. -1 damage doesn't really matter. Since I'm invisible, I can run from every encounter. So I'm set up in a way, but and the demon, I might as well just wear it. I could just sell it. There's no reason for me to have done that really, but let's see here. And so this is why I guess Police Station would be better. I think better. What was I? Why am I saying that? Was it Police Station? I think I may be thinking of something else. Because ultimately with the Dusty Grimoire, you have a pretty much, I think, like 20% chance off the top of my head. It basically, you don't have, it's not the greatest chance, but it can remove 4 Doom for one reason. I think you can also learn a spell, so that's why I shouldn't really be exploring. At this point, I should be trying to set up, because the whole point is that you get the strat set up, then you can just decrease Doom to all the world. I can't remember which one this is. Okay, well, I passed the check, so it doesn't really matter. Yeah, I think at this point, do I want to... What else? No, it wasn't Police Station. Well, I was thinking of something completely different. Oh, I'm thinking of a perk, which is why I want to level up. So actually, I should be investigating and trying to learn spells, but that one didn't give me a spell, so I'm just sad now. Don't I have something else? I have Cauterize, but... we might as well use it. And I need to level up because some of the strats in Endless depend on perks. I think almost all of them do, if not every one of them, because certain perks allow you to basically recover for free, based on what you have with you. So again, here we have to just forget the spell. And we're just going to remove Doom because we need to... Basically, I think at this point I need to learn a spell. That's right, it randomizes your location after you get out of a sub-location. Again, I'm on Goizo, so Goizo is affecting me there, but only because I got bad luck. If you get a good RNG, then you don't really need to worry. That said, yeah, we're going to sit in here for a while and see if we get something. No, we don't. And so, yeah, we're at a bad moment here. We're gonna monument once, and then we're gonna keep heading through. Because yeah, again, once you have the setup, you're in. You're not even in the Endless phase. You're in a how to say it? You transition into a deeper setup phase where you're not worried as much about Doom, but Doom is still going to be a factor because you need to set up contingencies against things that will counter whatever strat you're doing. Again, I'm not speaking in specifics because there are variations of strats, but there are main strats, and most of them are provided by a handful of people. But if you look at World of Horror in terms of, well, what am I trying to do? In Endless mode, again, you're trying to eventually... Well, obviously you want to keep yourself from dying, but there are easy strats for that. So that's why your main strat in Endless is to find a way to decrease your Doom. And as we've seen, there are a couple of ways. Some of them could be interesting, but what Panstaz has to watch out for are ways that you can set up a loop that allows you to use whatever method it is to decrease Doom. So like I said, just to theorycraft here, and we'll use Cauterize really quick. The Destiny Grimoire costs 2 reason. Panstaz, or basically in just regular game development or concept, is you don't want to set up a way where the player can, if you care that much about Endless, you don't want to set up a way that you can heal 2 or more reason. That way you can just keep doing that. A common strat that is actually available to you is to that is a loop is library notes into self-therapy perk. Self-therapy, you regain +1 more reason when you forget a spell. Forgetting a spell nets you 1 reason, so you get 2 reason. But library notes, you spend 2 reason to learn a spell. So basically, you recycle spells until you learn what spell you want, and that's kind of that's one of the foundations to in Endless strat. That said, I need to reroll here because I got absolutely nothing. Reroll again. I just need to spend the Doom because if I don't get anything, I'm just gonna die anyway. In Endless mode, you're either go big, or go home, and so yeah, I pretty much die here. So I'm just gonna, I finally got self-therapy here, but it doesn't matter because I don't really have, I don't have library notes, so you can't self-therapy into Dusty Grimoire because you will run out of reason when you don't get the spell. So that said, we are gonna spend some just so we can lower our Doom, but like I said, it's not really the most helpful because, again, I'm going to run out of spells eventually, but this is where the bulk of your strat comes from. That said, I'm going to trade this out and spend more in the Dusty Grimoire to try to lower my Doom, and then we're going to do 1 more. The reason I did that is because to keep myself under to 3 and under, that way I can Desperation if I need to kill a thing quick. But even right here, you've already started heading into the territory of kind of looping yourself, because if you can find ways to increase your reason, then you can keep using the Dusty Grimoire and hopefully lower your Doom. That way you can stave off Doom. So like I said, I'm still kind of in the setup phase, but I'm transitioning into kind of trying to find stop gaps against counters against my strategies. So again, if you're using the Dusty Grimoire here, you're trying to lower Doom by spending 2 reason. So my next question becomes, well, how can I gain my reason back? Again, self-therapy helps out because with Dusty Grimoire, if I get a spell, I can just immediately forget it. Or if I get if I get a curse there, then it's not so great. And eventually, if your strat is partly or more reliant on spells, if you get the curse signs then yeah, your Doom is gonna increase and it's not gonna help you. So here again, I have to spend 2 reason hope for the thing. I did not get it, so basically I'm gonna die here. It's the thing, but we went pretty far. Not really, but like I said, it's go big or go home. You either die really early, like sub 100 turns, or you go over 200 turns because you have everything set up. So your average Doom per turn is less than like 0.5 essentially. But that's the thing, and certain perks will help out because you can get into encounters. Since Ramblings will be nerfed, then there's still strats available, but it's harder to set up. But once you have it set up, then you can do whatever you want. So again, I'll probably talk about it in the Endless video in detail or more accurately, but this is it for now. If you enjoyed this video, then I thank you for watching. Jared and MML, I'm out.